Oh man, it's been a very long day, but I was working on the bike and then I stopped on Instagram to see some of the stories from my friends that are in Sturgis. And I was just thinking, like, dang, part of me wishes that I was in Sturgis. I've never been, and I'm really interested in, riding the roads there, seeing Mount Rushmore, and partaking in the festivities, especially the food and just the whole atmosphere of Sturgis, right? But then, I can't go. I'm in a weird position where I do these YouTube videos and I have a full-time job still. So even if I didn't have YouTube, my full-time job, even when I'm splitting the vacation time between family and hobby stuff, is like, when do I ever have time to ride or fly to Sturgis for the motorcycle stuff? And truthfully, I just don't have the time. But the reason I'm not there is because, time, and also I've been working on this bike today, or these bikes, the past few days, trying to get them repaired and rebuilt. And also, I was traveling to get the other Indian chief back from the inspection. And I just had this moment where I was like, is this, what am I really working towards? And because I find myself working more, whether it be my regular job or working on the bikes. I'm like, I find myself working so much that getting a chance to actually ride is like far in between sometimes. But then when I find that time where I'm just like, what am I doing it for? I get comments from people and they'll say like, thank you for making this content, or I'm learning a lot from you, or like some people, I've been rebuilding bikes. I had some people that reached out and said, hey man, I just bought my first wrecked bike. I'm starting to rebuild it. And I'm just like, wow, people are seeing what I do and they're taking inspiration from it. When I was doing the first one, I had somebody that didn't even see my videos before they bought the exact same bike from the auction. And they found my videos when they were trying to troubleshoot a problem, and then they were able to get their bike started. And come to find out, they only had like less than, I think, 500 miles on that bike. So it was a brand new bike that they were rebuilding, and I'm pretty sure they got it done a lot faster than me. But I guess my point is that when I'm out here working on these bikes, I have to remember why I'm doing it in the first place. And this is, of course, to inspire people, and also to give that bike away to somebody when it's done. And to hopefully one day be able to, go full time and have the time to actually ride to Sturgis without having to, use my 2 weeks that I get every year. But for those of you that are also doing anything in life and you feel the same way that I feel about anything, just remember that you are probably inspiring somebody that you don't even know. Where it could be, working on bikes, it could be, coaching, it could be, food or cooking, or even to be like, just kids. You're inspiring somebody. So when you have that lapse of judgment and you just wonder like, why am I doing it? Just think about the people that are also watching you as you do it. So that kind of stuck in my head when I was out here. It's like right at 100 degrees. My neighbor actually came over and asked me, if I had a fan, because he saw me out here just drenched in sweat and thought I was gonna pass out. But when I get in that state where I'm just working and working and working, I was like, I got to get this done. And I'm almost at the point where I can get this motor out the bike. I just had that moment. I was like, what am I doing this for? And I just had to remember why I'm doing it in the first place. But it can be anything. Everybody has different reasons on why they're doing stuff. But I really enjoy wrenching on these bikes. And even though it's hot as balls out here, I know that there are people watching that are being inspired and that enjoy to see what I'm doing. So at some point, I will make it to Sturgis at some point. Maybe not next year, maybe not the year after that, but at some point I will get there. But until then, I know that what I'm doing here is inspiring. And for those of you out there, whatever you're doing, just keep going. And if you didn't make it to Sturgis this year either, just keep going. Work towards that goal or whatever you're trying to get, and maybe one day you also can get there. And for all the people out there and having fun at Sturgis, I envy you in a way, but I also feel like people envy what I do here, especially working on these bikes. So just keep that in mind wherever you're doing in your daily life, and just keep pushing in whatever you're doing. But as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And, if you're subscribed, and catch up on these bikes, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.